Buju Banton, Mario on the remix, Let Me Love You, absolute classic. And we have got none other than the beautiful, I like to say little but Talawa. Is that okay? Do you know what I mean? Is that respectful to say that to you, that you are a great somebody in this industry?
Do you know how tall I am? I'm tall. I don't know what you mean by little.
Okay.
I'm towering over here. I'm towering.
She really is, you know. I was just like joking. It's because she's so tall. But Judith Bodley is here with us, people. Let me just kill this right now, because she is here with us in a big way. She's here with us at the Island Music Conference. It's the second year. I was here last year. It was amazing.
Sophomore year, absolutely, and we're very happy with how it is turning out. It's just into day 2. We started on Wednesday the 21st. Now it's Thursday the 22nd. I am so happy for the persons who have turned out. I'm so happy that the Caribbean, because this is Island Music Conference.
That's right.
And what that means is that we're embracing the islands of the Caribbean as we meet and have conversations with the world of music. So we bring the world of music here. It means that we fly in people from the continent, we fly in people from Canada, from Europe, we fly in people from the United States, and the conversation is huge as to how we can push local, which is Jamaica, and Caribbean music to another level.
Yes.
You just saw them talking about, Shaggy was just commending TJ, who is currently sitting on a panel with Kez and Maya and the head of YouTube Black Music, Tuma Bassa, you know, and talking about their successes, their challenges. And we have to big up TJ because he is an IMC success.
Absolutely.
Last year we had Steve Warner, who actually flies in tomorrow. We had Steve Warner. Steve Warner is head of Warner Records.
Right.
You would have seen him. Did I say Steve Warner?
Yes, you did say Steve Warner.
Carlos. It's the hard work. Steve Carlos.
Steve Carlos.
And he would have seen TJ perform here last year, and the rest is history. And you know that TJ is now a Warner kid. So we're very proud of that. Just inside this room where you're broadcasting from, which is the radio room, we have with me she's one of our directors, and she does graphic design for so many persons across the globe. Her name is Rochelle. She's seated there. So everything that you see for IMC in terms of the artwork, that's done by Rochelle. And that's another member of my team, Dane, right there. Beautiful. We have a hard-working team.
Yes,
if you see the small team, you'd never imagine that we've been able to execute this. Shaggy is our chairman, which of course makes sure that the world pays attention to what we're doing. And how we're being embraced globally, we're so happy about it. You would have seen earlier the Minister of Culture, Olivia Babsy-Grange, was here. So the support that we're getting in this Reggae Month for Island Music Conference, we're happy with.
What would you like to see IMC looking like in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, just a bigger IMC. So you look at South by Southwest and you say, that's the mark. I don't have that as the mark. I have ensuring that the Caribbean, that Jamaica aligns with all the voices and the purchasers of music, the songwriters, the singers, the MIPs. We say forget VIPs, be an MIP, which is a music industry professional. I see all of us at varied levels. I'm looking at tours out of the Caribbean rather than being asked by one person to take you to some foreign place to sing in one show for one night and you get paid this amount of money. What if the Caribbean, as Idonia has something that he says, which I love. He says one voice. So what if we were one voice aligned with those who are music lovers?
Well, this is what I was going to ask you actually, Judy. It's like, how can we really encourage the Jamaican artists and producers to stay in Jamaica and build the music from inside out, if that makes sense, you know? Like you say, we're always traveling to different places, and I think a lot of it, I think, is to do with the money as well that they get paid. But how can we actually encourage our artists to stay here, like you say, be independent producers and get the exposure and what they actually really need, because they're doing it because they're going outside because they feel that's what they need to do. How can Jamaica support them is what I'm probably really trying to ask you to stay here.
But you know what though? I don't think any successful artist really gets to where his objective or her objective is if that person stays in their own country all the time.
Not necessarily them, I mean the music, like making sure, because why I'm saying that is because I've been in Jamaica for a little while, and there are some artists that I know in the UK that are big, but when I mention them here, they're not known. And there are some artists here that are known and not, do you understand what I'm saying? So the artists that are here that are big, why are they not known anywhere else? And the artists that are big elsewhere, why are they not big in Jamaica when they're from Jamaica?
That's a good question, and again it falls to media in terms of what the media exposes. But I'm also not going to knock just those persons who are broadcasters on air.
Right.
We're also going to have to take some responsibility, everybody within the music industry, because people are working now from playlisting.
Right, right.
So you go to YouTube and you watch, and YouTube creates a playlist for you. If it's Spotify, that's your game, then your playlist is created there. And according to what you're listening to. So if it is that we do not open up our education system to embracing music and different genres of music, then we're going to continue to have that problem.
Yes.
The good thing is, because the world is vast, you can find what your niche is, and your niche can find you. The beautiful thing about something like Spotify and Apple Music and Audiomack is that wherever you are in the world, you create according to the niche that you would like to be a part of.
Right.
And so when artists access that, it actually does help them.
So far, this is the second year. What has been the response like so far, and what are you looking forward to in the next one?
So the response has been good in terms of how much people think that they're learning. What's nice is that I see people coming in. So the magazine we give out actually has a note section that you can take notes.
Right.
But what I've observed is that people come with their iPads, people come with their phones, and people come with booklets that they're writing on, and they're taking away information. I was stopped by a young man when I was coming inside here the last time to say, thank you so much for what has been provided. There are so many things that he did not know before that he knows now. And so that's it. That's why we do it.
It's important. So, lastly, you are Judith Bodley. Your journey.
I am, and 2 times on Sunday too.
2 times on Sunday? How do you manage that? I love that, 2 times on Sunday. But I want to just give you thanks, you know, and I'm really grateful. I'm saying it as well as a radio producer, DJ, and that it's good that we have this platform. I mean, coming up in the industry, I've been in it over 20 years. We didn't have anything like this. It wasn't available. Would you like to see IMC globally? I mean, could we have IMC in England, in London, you know what I mean, in California or wherever?
Absolutely, as we grow the music, but we have to keep focus. Because even as we think of where are all these other places that we could see IMC, we have to focus. If we're building local and Caribbean music, then that has to be our focus.
I'm really glad you said that. I really am. Because, you know, we can get a bit, oh yeah, let's go over there, let's go over there. Jamaica does need focus. It needs consistency, and it needs people like yourself and Shaggy and everyone else that has come here to give us this information, all needed. Like they say, teamwork makes the dream work. And you're a wonderful
I have to say
team.
thank you to you because of the support that you give to every single thing that we do, and that's appreciated. When someone is intelligent and able to see this is necessary, I need to cover this, let me see how much further I can drive this and I can play my role, because all of us have a role to play in it.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
And then all of us will be able to earn from it. I was saying to a group of young journalists, I was saying, you know, back in the day, journalists used to be able to travel with artists because we were making a certain amount of money. The focus was a particular when you had persons being groomed, you had journalists traveling with musicians to pay attention to what was happening so that you could report back as to what's happening. Well, now, with the advent of social media, the artist takes 2 pictures and posts them.
And that's it.
But again, is the artist an MIP for that? Is it the best possible thing that he or she is doing? What are the things that you need to push out? What are the things you need to pull back? What's the message that you're communicating? I am TJ's publicist. When I look at TJ, what's the message that I communicate? You know, in terms of who he is as an artiste, who he is as a human being, what's personal about him that needs to stay personal, and what is it that the public needs to know about him, and how do you coin that phrase that and expand it and cause this ripple effect that the world knows who TJ is.
Absolutely, and I can see that you're very passionate about the work. You must be to be in it so long. But how does Judith wind down? How does Judith find time for herself and put the message out for herself that she needs rest, she needs self-love, all of that? What is Judith's self-love care?
I am love.
Slap me, girl. That is it right there. So you know how to love yourself. Give us three things that you do on your downtime when you're just chilling and you're not busy with no one. What are the things that really get Judy nice and peace? No? Why? Come on.
My downtime is the uptime too.
Okay, all right. So what you're doing in the uptime when you're down?
And so so where other people complain about, boy, they don't like their jobs, I say, I've never worked a day in my life then because I like my job.
And that's the key.
My job is my life. So when I'm on job, I'm on life.
That's absolutely the key, to do what you love and get paid for it, isn't it? It's called working smarter rather than harder, right?
And then if I'm tired, I sleep.
Good.
I remember my mother telling me that sleep is the only place where you're unbothered, so sleep and do it peacefully.
Right. And you know, when I get to hear that the two main killers are sleep deprivation and dehydration, we must sleep, right?
And drink water, don't you?
Drink water and sleep. That's right. Judith, it's been absolutely amazing having you on the show. I'm really grateful for your time because I know you're very, very busy. Continue to do the great work. Wishing you all the best in everything that you plan to do in the future, and look forward to helping and working wherever I can support. Beautiful. I will be there.
Beautiful. And thank you to my business partners. Without them, this could not happen. Sharon Burke, who is also of Solid Agency fame.
That's right, yes. Big up Sharon.
Big up Sharon. We also have a company called Burke Bodley. And then my other business partner, who is Orvid Richard Burrell. Right. That would be Shaggy.
Wonderful Shaggy. Yeah.
It was him. We don't do this without him. It was him.
It was him this time. Thank you once again for your time.
You're welcome.
All the best. Bye for now. All right. So, as we continue. Cut. Okay, we're going to continue on. Oh, God, the mic was on. So there you have it, Judith Bodley. You know, I'm going to put my head on and put my teeth back in my head.